Business is very important for Punjabis.
I think for Indians in general.
I think food is very important for Punjabis.
How do you think the entire music business has been evolving of late?
I think it's a great time for, especially for independent musicians and artists.
ऐसा गाना बनाओ जो कि Instagram reel पे चले.
Which is a sentence we've heard 50,000 times.
Such an amazing working relationship with Salim-Sulaiman. I know them and I feel like a student around them all the time.
आप जब वो ऐप खोलते हैं and you see your song on top and you see like the numbers going up and you see कि कहाँ गाना कितना perform कर रहा है. So that feeling is very encouraging and very empowering.
In the life of an artist, everything is changing maybe every 6 months.
Hi, this is Raj Pandit.
Hi, this is me, Sukriti Kakar.
And you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
I have with me Raj Pandit and Sukriti Kakar. Their song has just come out. It's called Hal Chal. We'll talk about the song and much more. Pleasure having you guys with us on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you for having us.
And as I was telling you, I think apart from the singing and the music production, I think it's your dancing that's really impressive. So can we give the credit to Sukriti in a way?
You absolutely should.
Not at all.
Right.
No, when we made the song, we realized कि it's such a cool beat, it's such a cool groove. इसमें dance तो होना ही चाहिए वीडियो में. तो तभी हमने तय कर लिया था कि थोड़ी मेहनत करेंगे, थोड़ा रिहर्स करेंगे, and we'll work with choreographers who know what style is most comfortable to us. And तो वही थोड़ी मेहनत की, 2 दिन की रिहर्सल की शूट के पहले. And मतलब वो एक इंस्पिरेशन तो होती है when you have a co-artist who's also equally passionate about doing the song and the video.
Right.
तो हम एक दूसरे की energies, we keep hitting off each other's energies and that's how it happened.
And how was your experience?
I think this is one collaboration जो हम इतने सालों से बात कर रहे हैं करने के लिए, क्योंकि I think my association with Salim-Sulaiman and Raj started 5 years ago. So since 5 years ago, I think we have probably toured every continent, everywhere you can imagine. इतने सारे concerts and tours किए हैं, and हम जब भी साथ में perform करते हैं, we're always like next to each other, singing and dancing on stage and doing all kinds of songs. And we always spoke about कि यार, we both are like almost the same age. We are doing our own independent music. Why don't we do a duet together? Like if we don't do it, then who's going to do it? We have to, create like this amazing song and do a music video. So ये बात तो चल रही है, मतलब it's been like 5 years now. So I think जिस दिन song actually आया था बाहर, Raj sent me a screenshot from Spotify and then he wrote me a message. He's like, can you believe this has actually happened? Like we actually did a song together now.
After talking about it for so long, it's actually happened at the right time.
Actually happened. I mean, बीच में तो lockdown हो गया था 2 साल. A lot of people weren't working. So we've been planning for a while and I think the feeling is really surreal and I love the composition. I just love what Raj has done with the song and I think at a time जब इतने सारे लोग different types के गाने release कर रहे हैं, I think this is a very interesting funk fusion song which is very different from the rest of the music that's coming out right now, and I'm very happy that we could do this together and I could be a part of it.
I think we are in fascinating times in terms of entertainment business. If we talk about music, for example, today I think it has become a status symbol in terms of that Spotify. So what do you think is the contribution of Spotify in just disseminating music?
I think it's huge because उनका जो data होता है, जो आप listeners होते हैं या जो आपके numbers होते हैं, as artists you can see it real time and you can't fake those numbers, you can't buy those numbers. It is what it is.
Right.
तो आपको जो and not just Spotify, even other apps, they have specific apps for artists that you can log into, have an account and you can see how your songs are performing in real time. तो आपकी जो listenership है, जो audience है, वो कितना grow कर रही है, किस शहर में grow कर रही है, किस age group में grow कर रही है, all those things that they've provided to musicians and any artist anywhere in the world has access to that audience. तो I think वो बहुत कमाल की चीज़ है, बहुत empowering एक feeling होती है because आप जब वो ऐप खोलते हैं and you see your song on top and you see like the numbers going up and you see कि कहाँ गाना कितना perform कर रहा है. So that feeling is very encouraging and very empowering. And sometimes when the song is not doing so well also, okay, this song didn't perform so well, this could be the reason. So वो जो understanding आपको audience की मिलती है, which is not manufactured. तो उससे एक जो समझ है अपने म्यूज़िक की, अपने अपनी ऑडियंस की, वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा बढ़
And
गई है
real
आजकल.
time, you know, so we
Yeah.
actually come to know, oh my god, like 3 days में इतने streams हो गए, and you get all the information firsthand. So I think that helps us, you know, it's like a business. Like for us, our songs are our business. So for us
Yeah.
to know how far they are growing, where they are actually working, where they're not working, it's amazing. I think there's no other way to, you know, find out what's really working for you other than these artist apps.
And business is very important for Punjabis.
Is it?
I think for Indians in general.
I think food is very important for Punjabis.
थोड़ा business कर रहा है. I think they're very particular about it, right? Money and all that.
मैंने तो actually और लोगों के बारे Punjabis are not known for their business, right? No?
I think they are.
I mean, they're smart people, so but you know, we were all about food and other things like happiness
Masti,
and
yeah.
masti. Yeah.
I think that's interesting. You know, you've been in the music production, I think, scene for quite some time.
Ji.
How do you think the entire music business has been evolving of late?
I think it's a great time for, especially for independent musicians and artists, because वो जो एक 8 या 10 साल पहले वो जो एक फिल्म म्यूजिक और नॉन फिल्म म्यूजिक का जो एक जो डिस्पैरिटी थी, वो अब बहुत कम हो चुकी है. वो एक जो एज सिंगर्स और म्यूजिशियंस ग्रोइंग अप हम हमेशा सुनते थे कि यार मुझे एक प्लेबैक सिंगर बनना है, या मुझे इस एक्टर के लिए गाना है, या मुझे इस एक्ट्रेस के लिए परफॉर्म करना है, विच इज़ ऑब्वियसली स्टिल ट्रू. दैट्स अ ग्रेट फीलिंग एज ऑलवेज. बट जो इंडिपेंडेंट म्यूजिक है वो उसको इतना बढ़ावा पिछले कई सालों में मिला है, एंड दैट like so much so that people are using independent songs in their movies, and remaking them and promoting them in a different light, and that's an amazing thing to see कि आपको ज़रूरत नहीं है किसी बड़े लेबल की या किसी बड़े फिल्म की या किसी बड़े हिट गाने की जो किसी एक फिल्म में हो तभी आपको लोग पहचान पाएंगे या जान पाएंगे. बहुत सारे इंडिपेंडेंट आर्टिस्ट ने अपनी एक अलग ऑडियंस बनाई है विदाउट मूवीज और विदाउट एनी बैकिंग एज सच, which I think is a great thing to see, that audiences and music listeners are accepting all kinds of music. और वो जो दुनिया है वो और छोटी होती जा रही है thanks to the the digital boom that is happening.
Right.
Today if you open any music app you can listen to any artist that you want from anywhere in the world. तो वो जो एक आर्टिस्ट और नया म्यूजिक डिस्कवर करने की जो ताकत लोगों को दी गई है through these apps and platforms, I think that's an amazing thing. And you can be anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, in your music room, making music on a laptop, and still be able to reach, lakhs and thousands and crores of people, just based on the art and the craft, and not necessarily, other things that we think that we need to promote a song. So
Right,
that's an
and-
amazing thing.
So Sukriti, as an artist, how liberating are these times? Because now I think you guys don't have to depend on say music labels per se. You can have the IP to yourself. You can have the copyright to yourself. You can, as these various I think facilities are available, you can precisely know as to how much a song is earning or how much like where all the song is doing, and then obviously you can decide that where you have to perform and how you have to promote it. Because at times even promotions can be demanding and can happen in a certain manner that maybe the artists, they're not totally happy with that.
Yeah.
Do you find that liberating as an artist?
I think these times are so liberating, like you said, because obviously I think just for me and for all the other singers and aspiring singers right now, what's really important is obviously that you keep being focused on the art, focus on the music, focus on what kind of music you want to do. But I think it needs to be a complete package of an artist also. Like for what I mean by that is like you need the right kind of awareness, information on how you want to even market your songs, or how it is that like you said, you don't need a label now. But if you don't need a label, when you're putting up your stuff on YouTube, you can monetize it. There is so much awareness and education that you need even to be an artist. Like right now I feel like I'm still learning so many things that if I want to be self-sufficient tomorrow, if I want to put a song on my YouTube and have the IP to myself, or 100 different things like that, there are so many things in the process that you have to learn, that I'm still learning, because I started off as a playback singer. Then a few years later, I was like, oh my God, wow, people are releasing independent music. We can do that. So I feel like as in the life of an artist, everything is changing maybe every 6 months. So you need to keep reinventing and reanalyzing what's happening, because as our career, it's changing every few months, So it's amazing, it's liberating, because you can finally choose the kind of music that excites you. You know, you don't have to enter into a studio and sing a certain kind of a song that you don't feel like, because before it was like that. Like, if you want to be a singer, you have to get a song by somebody else, and maybe that's not your style of music, but you have to do it if you want to be a singer in India. Now, I mean, I feel like people are so much more open to different kinds of genres. There is an
Right.
audience for everything. So I think it's very important to understand what kind of music excites you, what kind of songs do you want to write, identify that sound, and then obviously learn along the way and understand what you want to do with your music.
All right. I think somehow everything is getting younger and younger as well, and
We're
Sukriti,
not.
Sukriti is very. Yeah, I think. I think most importantly, you have to be young at heart. I think that's
Yes.
something which is very important. Like, say for example, even the promotional styles. I think they're becoming something that the young musicians they're so enjoying themselves. Like, say
Yeah.
for example, you can promote, say, on Instagram Reels right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
best
And
promotion.
That is the best promotions, for example. And you never know that a song of yours can become like a super duper hit, like say a few years later as well, like the
Yeah.
way we've experienced with Jhoom, for example,
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
Ali Zafar.
Yeah.
Do you find that exciting? And you necessarily don't even have to make like a full-fledged song anymore. You can just have
Yeah.
like a mukra
1
antra
minute
for a
music.
role, for a reel, and that can become like an anthem of sorts as well.
Yeah.
So even the duration of the song, that's
Yeah.
not like mandatory. It has to
Yeah.
be, there has to be like a certain length of the
Yeah.
song as
Yeah.
well.
You know, it's so interesting that you said that, because like we have been in this process of just songwriting and making like random songs, and sometimes the scratches are like 20 seconds, 1 minute, and I was just having a discussion with some friends, and I was like, I don't know where iska main kya karoon, bas matlab ek hi minute ka gana hai. And then my friends were telling me, reels pe dal do. If people like it, then actually develop it later and put a full song out. So
Bilkul,
it's-
bilkul.
It's just ideas are amazing.
So have you done
and
that already?
I'm thinking about it.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. I think that, because I think it's going to become a norm, and even like a 30-second
Yeah.
I think video at times can be far more fulfilling
Of
than like a
course.
4.5-minute video for
Of course, I mean,
so it's like,
also for us, I think challenge is when you're doing a full-fledged song also, it should be as engaging as,
Yeah.
let's say, a 30-second reel.
absolutely.
That's the challenge, like for us, because if people are so used to short length, short format content these days, कि attention span कम हो चुका है काफ़ी ज़्यादा. तो जब हम एक 3-3.5 मिनट के गाने पे काम कर रहे हैं, we have to really like work extra hard to make sure कि वो उतना hold कर पाए गाना as it is, but also the video that we are making, it should be as engaging as watching a 30-second reel, so people actually see the video till the end.
We have to actually sometimes cap it at 3 minutes, because radio play भी नहीं मिलता ना उसके ज़्यादा.
Yeah.
So we have to make it 3 minutes for it to even survive the radio length sometimes. So we're just so used to working in those parameters. Like we feel like अगर 3 minutes से ज़्यादा लंबा होगा, then yeah, maybe we lose the interest of audiences, and we don't want to
So
feel
on
like
radio,
that.
you minimum you need 3 minutes. So,
I think it's about 3 minutes
Acha.
where they chop it off. So it
after
needs
3
to
minutes,
fit that.
I
after
mean, 3.5.
I mean, they cut
the
it.
length they
Okay.
prefer.
Yeah.
So
And then
prefer,
if
like
it's a
shorter the
longer-
better.
Yeah, shorter the better.
Shorter the better.
If it's longer, then they obviously edit it. I mean,
Yeah.
you all do radio edits. Like even for movie songs, sometimes earlier, they used to have like specific radio edits, which used to be.
That is
कुछ पहले 2 अंतरे 3 अंतरे के गाने होते थे, वो जो फिल्म में होते थे पूरे गाने. But for radio play, sometimes they would cut it short just so that it's crisper. So I think आज
Sure.
वही time आ
I
गया.
think even in terms of music arrangements and all that, वो जो पहले I think जो longer जो I think
Yeah.
interludes होते थे, वो सब
Yeah.
चीजें cut short हो रही हैं. अच्छा देखिए, एक और भी पहलू है कि एक तरफ जैसे अभी सुकृति is happy with the Instagram reels.
Right.
Now at the same time, now क्या होता है कि एक कोई certain चीज attractive है, and it is something that is working as well with the youngsters. It's like a win-win situation for a lot of people. But at the same time, फिर जब एक वो आपके पास में एक इसी तरीके के आपके रिक्वेस्ट आना शुरू हो जाएंगे that ऐसा गाना बनाओ जो कि Instagram reel पे चले.
Which is a sentence we've heard
Yes.
50,000 times.
अच्छा.
But thankfully, for this song and for working with a label which is spearheaded by musicians and composers themselves, that made a big difference for us, because at like Merchant Records is Salim-Sulaiman's music label.
जी.
They've been in the business and they've been musicians themselves for so long, still killing it. तो उनकी जो एक approach है वो बहुत अलग है, thankfully. And they have never come into the studio saying कि यार ये इसमें ये change कर दो, या ये रील पे नहीं चलेगा या ऐसी भाषा का इस्तेमाल ही नहीं हुआ इस पूरे प्रोसेस में,
Which
थैंकफुली
is,
फॉर
I
अस.
think, the best part. I really have to talk about the entire experience of working with this song. I think, you know, obviously there is such an amazing working relationship with Salim and Sulaiman. I know them, and I feel like a student around them all the time. Like, there's
Yeah.
so much to learn. They could just be doing their thing, and I feel like I'm constantly learning. But जब ये हालचाल के लिए we were preparing, and I remember. We were just sitting in the studio and he would just let me and Raj be. He's like, I don't want to disturb, I don't want to interfere. You all do your thing, you all do whatever comes naturally. तो जब हम record भी कर रहे थे गाना, I think he just, you know,
He
went
just
out.
stepped out.
He just
So,
stepped
we
out.
recorded in the studio itself.
It's like, you all do your
And
whatever
he
you
said,
all want to
"तेरा
do.
वो
you all
तुम्हारा
do."
सेशन कितने 7 बजे ना? हाँ 7 बजे. ठीक है, मैं कुछ तब तक और करके आता हूँ. And he just let us be, and you know, it's such a free atmosphere, which is also a rarity in today's times, I must say, because
Too much of controlling stuff happens.
and वो जो as a musician when you hear things like अच्छा रील पे चलना चाहिए या इस पे भी चलना चाहिए या you know ये आजकल नहीं चल रहा है, इस तरह का कुछ करो, कुछ पंजाबी करो, you know, all those kind of things sort of derail you from what you actually want to do.
Absolutely.
And what you actually enjoy. So I
Yeah,
think.
so I think that's been a, for us luckily it's been a that उस department में हमें कोई you know तकलीफ हुई नहीं है, ऐसा हमने सुना नहीं आज तक कि यार ये रील्स के लिए बनाओ गाना,
And even when he came back, you know, he'll give like 3-4 suggestions, and that for us is like, oh my god, yeah, ये करना चाहिए.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
makes
it's
sense.
just it's perfect.
Because
so,
you know they understand the emotion that every musician goes through
Yeah.
while creating a song, because they are creators themselves. It makes a big difference because आप एक सिर्फ एक business point of view से नहीं सोच रहे हैं, आप एक artist का emotion भी देख रहे हैं. You are looking at how much feeling they are putting into their song, how much love they are putting into their music. So when they relate with that, they let us be in a very you know free spirited environment, and I think that's the best thing. It's the best environment to create music in. Hi, this is Raj Pandit,
Hi, this is me, Sukriti Kakar.
and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.